All right, this is my top 10 movies of the year of 2025. You know, I almost didn't make this video because what? Because it was hard. Because I actually did like a few movies this year, or more than one. And also, I wanted to have such a big list, and I said, why does it have to be 10? Why can't it be more? And then I was like, no, I have to do top 10, and then just be a man, make 10 movies, and then maybe I'll do like some honorable mentions, but not too many. But really, I have to bring it down to top 10. And I really thought about it, and it all stemmed from what did I see multiple times, and it's not even multiple times. It's really about, but multiple times I found is the connecting factor with a lot of these films. Most of the films I'm gonna say, I didn't see all of them multiple times, but I did want to see them again. And then also they had an effect on me. I thought about the film longer than I seen the film. And that is what really put these in my top 10. So, top 10 favorite movies of the year. First, we're going to start with the movie that started this channel. I started my channel in 2025. Yes. Friendship. This movie was so good and made me laugh so hard. And here's the thing. I'm new to I'm so new that I forgot his name, but the guy who's the main character in Friendship, I'm new to his brand of comedy. I've never seen it before. Some people knew about this guy. They said that he has a show and all these type of things. So I'm gonna do more research on this guy. I think I've seen some of his stuff. Well, I didn't see it. I didn't watch it. But what I'll say is, after I saw the movie, I looked up. He has a show. I forgot what it was called, but some show. I think You Should Leave Now. I think that's what it's called. But the point is, the guy who's in Friendship, I've never seen his brand of comedy until I've seen the movie Friendship. So it had a way bigger effect on me than probably most people who already know this type of comedy. But it was new for me, and I loved it. And then also they had Paul Rudd in there. He was amazing, and I just love that story of grown men trying to find friends, and I just loved that story so much. It was so great, and I watched it, and there was not a lot of people doing reviews, and I was like, I love this movie. I want to talk, but I have no one to talk to about, and I said I'm making this channel, and since then I've been doing movie reviews, and I'm happy to be talking and just share the love of a film, and I wanted people to go out and see that movie before I went out the theater. So I was like, yo, please go see this movie if you can. But Friendship, yes, I love that movie. That was my favorite movie of the year for sure. If I had to put it at number one, if someone said, oh, what's your favorite movie of the year? Friendship is up there. It's up there. So at least top five. It's in the top 10 for sure. But it was definitely one of my favorite movies of the year. I recommend checking out Friendship if you haven't seen it already. And then my next one, this is gonna be Sinners. Of course. I mean, if you don't like Sinners, that's too bad for you. But I loved Sinners so much. Loved it. And I like went to see Sinners, and I, I don't know what I expected. I think my expectations were already high. People were like talking about it, and I was just like, all right, let me just check out this movie. And I don't like when people hype up movies so much. I'm and here's the thing. And now I'm part of that now, because I saw the movie and then I ended up hyping it up to people, and then people want to see it. Some people loved it, and then some people like, why'd you hype it up so much? And I feel like I should have never did that. I should just be like, yo, just go check it out. You might like it, you might not, and then see if they come out hype. Because sometimes when you hype things up, some people have certain in their mind that they're going to see something, so they don't like walk into Sinners or whatever it may be, and then they're like, oh, this wasn't what I was expecting. So, but ultimately, Sinners was one of my favorite movies of the year for sure. Saw that movie multiple times. That's probably the movie I've seen the most this year. I've seen them on repeat viewings. Just the experience of that movie, the love of music in that movie. All the actors is great. I love the time period drama, and then also you got to throw a splash of vampires in there. Like it was amazing. There's so many layers to that film, and so many great performances. But anyways, yeah, Sinners. Next, we're gonna talk about a film that not a lot of people are talking about, and that is why I'm here. The Anniversary. You may have not heard too much about this film. People are not talking about it because this film does have a lot of political talk in it. It is definitely politically charged. But I'll say this film was one of my favorite experiences in the theater all year. This film makes you feel everything, and makes you want to cry, and makes you want to scream. My body was visibly shaking in the theater the whole entire time I watched this movie. I think yeah, probably the entire time. Maybe after like the first 3 minutes, it was shaking because it gave me like physical anxiety. And I know that that's not for everyone, but I literally was shaking the entire time. And then like it's because what the movie does, And here's the thing, the movie doesn't really pick a side. Some people might see the film and think it picks a side, but the point I'm trying to make is that it shows what can happen if things go too far one way or too far another way. Whatever direction, if you claim a direction, if that's what you want to claim, the point is, wherever you stand or whatever lies or whatever thoughts you may have about something, if you go far one way if you go too far in one direction, it's never going to be good, regardless of what you may think. Even if you think you're right, even if you know you're right, if you go too far in one way, you'll get this film. And that film was insanely good. The performances were amazing. It was heartbreaking. It was tragic, and I love that it dealt with family. At the core of the film, is really about family, and and how, like I said, some people can take an idea and go too far with it. But I loved it. I loved it so much. And that film is called The Anniversary. So I would recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it. And I'm gonna reiterate this. Not a lot of people are talking about it because I believe because it has to do with political stuff. But I do think that film was simply amazing. Like I said, my body was shaking the entire film. And I think that's because the anxiety the film gave me, but also you don't know what's going to happen. The basis of the film, the reason why it's called Anniversary is because every year the family has, family anniversary or whatever. Or no, actually, no, it's the anniversary of the mom and the children's parents. They come to celebrate their parents' anniversary every year. But every year, the world is changing. New things are happening. And then you get to see and then also, gosh, that also deals with, someone new coming into the family. Like if you're bringing a girlfriend over, now she has to entertain your mom and different things like that. People want approval. There's so many different nuances this film tackles, and I love The Anniversary. That was one of my favorite movies of the entire year. If someone had to tell me what's your favorite movie of the year, and normally I don't put things in a list like this, but if I'm making a list right now, I said Friendship was amazing. I love Friendship and I love Sinners, but The Anniversary is as far as a theater experience, I feel it now. I feel it in my bones as I'm talking about it. I would say check it out. If you just want to go and watch a movie that's going to have you feeling every emotion imaginable, The Anniversary, regardless of whatever political leanings, you will have an experience watching that film. So yes, The Anniversary. Next, The Housemaid. I was not expecting to like this movie at all. The trailer did not do it for me. And that's why sometimes I don't watch the trailers. I'll watch like 10 seconds of a trailer if I feel intrigued, then put my head down, let the music play in the theater. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go see the movie because it's intriguing. With The Housemaid, I feel like they gave everything away in the trailer, and I watched the trailer and I was like, ugh. But little did I know, they actually didn't give a lot in the trailer. I mean, they did give a lot in the trailer. But this film has so much more. The Housemaid has so much more story than what the trailer gave you. There's so much more mystery, and there's so much more twists and turns in the plot, and performances are great, and it's like so well done. So well done. Like, I know someone who, like, they don't even go to the movies that often, and they went to see The Housemaid, and they were raving at it to me. Like, they were like, yo, that's so good. Like, that's what I already know it's good. But the thing is, when you bring people to the movies who don't normally go to the movies and you give them that type of experience, it's great for the whole entire theatrical experience, because people want to go back and have that feeling again. The Housemaid was such a surprise to me. I love The Housemaid. And yeah, people like to hate on Sydney Sweeney because she looks like the new It girl or whatever. But the point is, I thought her performance was great. And then you'll hear more. She's in this list again with another film. But and then also Amanda Seyfried. All the performances are great. And the guy who played the husband. I love The Housemaid. That's what I'll say. Next movie. Final Destination Bloodlines. All right. Yes. Final Destination Bloodlines was such a treat. I did not expect to love this movie as much as I did. I love this movie. And it's funny because everyone is so different. Like I said, that's why I like movie reviews. That's why I like watching other people's movie reviews. And even if there's a movie that I really don't like, I'll watch multiple reviews on people who love that movie, because I'm trying to figure out, why do they love this movie? What did I miss? Or I'm trying to figure out what makes them tick. Why do they love this movie? And then also, if I really love a movie and I see reviews of people hating on it, I'll watch more of the hating reviews, because I like watching opposing opinions, because I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out the difference. I'm always interested in the difference. I'll watch maybe like one or two reviews that agree with what I'm thinking about a movie, but then I'm like, why do people not like it? But I loved Final Destination Bloodlines. Loved it. And it's funny because I showed the film to my older brother and he hated it. He didn't even watch the whole thing. He watched maybe 5 minutes. He's done. But the thing is, because he does not like, he needs a character in a movie. He needs a hard fixed character. He doesn't like the fact that Death is just this energy field kind of going around and taking people out. If Death was a person, he would like he would have watched the movie, but he's not like that. He's not into that stuff. But it's just interesting how everyone's so different, because the first 5 minutes I was watching with him, and he's like, no, no, no. I was like, yeah, I know you, bro. You don't like it. But it's just interesting how people are so different. And it's funny because my father, he introduced me to Final Destination. I remember when the Final Destination 3 was coming out, and he was talking about it. I had no idea what it was. And I was only like 10 years old, and which is probably too young to know about those movies. But the point is, now I love them. I love the franchise. You know, I love where they're going. Hopefully they'll make more. But I really did enjoy Final Destination Bloodlines. Next is going to be Frankenstein. Oh my God, Frankenstein. Frankenstein was such a blessing. I can't wait to watch it again. Now that it's on Netflix, I cannot wait to watch it again. I saw it twice in the theater, and I'm happy I did. It was a beautiful experience both times. And I just loved Frankenstein so much. I'm so happy I got to see it in the theater. It was just a beautiful film. And I'm going to support Guillermo del Toro a lot, because he made one of my favorite movies, which is Hellboy, which you'll probably see a review soon, because I want to watch that movie. I haven't seen it in such a long time, and I love Hellboy. But the point is, I loved it. I loved it so much. I love the world. I love the character design. I love the whole world. The background, everything was beautiful, but also like I love the story. I love seeing different sides of it. I love seeing Frankenstein's story, and then also Dr. Frankenstein's story. I love seeing both of those journeys, and it comes to a head at the end of the film. And then also when he wants to put awesome action in there, you got a little bit of romance, you got a good mix of everything in that film. I really did enjoy it so much. All right, next, Superman. Okay, Superman. I did not expect to like this movie at all. I'm a big Henry Cavill guy. I love Man of Steel. Okay, yes, I said I love Man of Steel. Some people hate that movie, but I love it. But here's the thing, I didn't expect to like Superman, and I loved the Superman movie. It actually gave me hope. It gave me hope in a time where I feel like I needed some hope in my life. And everyone could use a little bit of hope. And when I saw Superman, the music, the way he flies, everything, the intro, I was like, I can't believe I love this movie. And I want to see it multiple times. I love Superman. And it gave me so much hope and everything for just Superman as a character. I went back and I watched all the old Superman movies, and I watched Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Zack Snyder's Justice League, all because Superman brought that love and hope of just that character back into me. That movie made me go back and watch Zack Snyder and love it again, and made me go back and watch all the stuff. I just love Superman. I do not expect to like it that much. And the guy who plays Superman, David Cornsweet, he really portrays him very well, and I can't wait to see how far they go. And I like this universe, and I like that they just threw us into it, because I remember back in the day when Marvel was coming out, they was taking their time. I understand it, but I feel like Justice League is a little bit different. And I was like, I think Justice League, they could just start with a Justice League movie. But maybe because I grew up watching Justice League Unlimited, and everyone was already together pretty much. But anyways, yeah, I love Superman. Next up, No Other Choice. No Other Choice. So good. I want to see. I'm thinking about seeing it again. It's still in the movies theater right now, so I'm thinking about seeing it again. It was very good, very good film, and it was witty. And I also love the wife and the husband relationship in the film. This husband, he's going through a tough time, loss of job, and basically he's trying to figure out, what can I do? The family has to make certain sacrifices, and he wants to eliminate the competition, to say the least. And it's just interesting about the morals and dilemma. And the thing is, you want to love this character, but he does so much things in this film that you're like, dang, I hope he doesn't do it because you want to love him. But then it's like, it's one of those films like you have to make a choice. Do you enjoy the film just for entertainment purposes, or do you believe what he's doing? It's interesting. But I love that his wife is so down for him, and I love that relationship in the film, and I love his children, and I love that family dynamic in the film. That really sold the film for me, and No Other Choice. I really did enjoy that. Next was gonna be Black Phone 2. Black Phone 2, I did not expect to love that movie. I really did like Black Phone 1, but I just didn't. Normally with horror sequels, or sequels in general, it's not that good. So I didn't expect for it to be that good. But Black Phone 2 blew it out the water. I think it was even better than part 1. And I would have to go back and watch Black Phone 1 to see that. But I think I really did love Black Phone 2. And I hope they make another one, and they turn this guy into more of a slasher, and like I just loved everything they did in Black Phone 2. I like the effects of the dream world. Loved it all. Um, last thing, last one is gonna be Eden. Last film is Eden. Eden. Not a lot of people know about this film. Okay. Um, this has Sydney Sweeney. It has what's her name? I forgot her name, but she's a lady. I forgot her name, but I'll put the post up. You'll see. Yeah. So Eden is a movie based on a true story about these people. I believe during the Depression, they said they're gonna go to like the Galapagos Islands and they're gonna basically try to live there. You know, the scientist he goes and he's like, or no, this doctor he goes and he's like, okay, I'm just gonna go with my wife, just us two. But then it goes back to the States, and then like this rich woman wants to go and live there now. This farmer or this guy and his wife wants to go, and she's already pregnant with a child. So there's a lot of people going to this island. Not too much, about like eight people going there. The point is, it's about how people could go crazy on the island. And also like people just trying to live with nothing. They have no electricity, no phones. They got to build everything. They got to build their houses from scratch. And that movie was very, very great, very great. And it was directed by legendary director Ron Howard. And I believe it was a very good movie. And if anyone says Sydney Sweeney can't act, watch Eden. Watch Eden, and I'm pretty sure you change your mind, because that film, she did a masterful performance. There's some things that she has to do that is just like her it's just that her character in that film is put in so much positions that have to use all of her acting ranges, all her acting abilities, and she uses it greatly. And just seeing these people struggle on this island, and then also deal with maybe some violence, because it's just them on the island. What are they gonna do? What's gonna happen? People stealing food. What happens when you run out of food? It's just like all these different things that they had to do in survival. I loved Eden. And then some honorable mentions. Honorable mentions is gonna be, first up, Bone Lake. Bone Lake was a horror film that I loved so much that I thought about doing a top 10 of horror movies just to put this on the list, or at least top 5. Bone Lake, so freaking good. I love Bone Lake. Not a lot of people know about it. It's a sexy horror thriller, and it's really about the truth. When it comes down to it, it's about the truth. It's about, would you believe your partner if they said something to you? You know what I mean? How strong is your bond? And if someone tests that bond, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be on the other side of the other person, or are you gonna be strong with your partner? And it's such a great way how someone can take a little bit of the truth and make a beautiful lie and try to mess up a relationship, and how far that can actually go. And then also with some crazy little twist in that film, Bone Lake. See it if you like. I thought it was amazing. Next, or honorable mention is going to be K-pop Demon Hunters. Everyone kept talking about this film. I watched it super late, and I was like, I'll go check it out. And I actually got a chance to see it in the theater. I waited so long to see that they were now so popular and it's going to be in the theater. And I love the theater experience. So I went to the theater to see it. Blew me away. And I love the songs. Songs are catchy. I love the Saja boys. Like, I was in there like soda pop. I was like, wow, I actually really like this movie. I gotta be honest. K-pop was good. I like the story. I like so much of it. I like the friendship. Great film for me. And the last one, actually no, 2 more honorable mentions. F1, very good, with Brad Pitt, by Apple. And the guy who's playing alongside alongside Brad Pitt, I forgot his name, but Damson Idris. He's very good, very good. I heard there's a rumor he might be Black Panther, the new Black Panther. I hope he is, because he's very awesome. And the last honorable mention will be Nezha 2. Nezha 2, one of the best animated films I've ever seen. The action was amazing. The story is great. If you've seen Nezha 1, that's amazing as well. But Nezha 2 did a great job. I don't want to be here too long, but Nezha 2 was amazing. And next honorable mention, that's all. Take care. It's Dejoy Know the Name. Spread love and light, and let's sign off.